holds the record for most blocks? What two teams were playing in the NBA? Who is the second pick in the draft? Who is the only NBA player?
Welcome, sports fans. This is ESPN's 2-Minute Drill, plausibly live from New York City. We are in the quarterfinals of this tournament, which is going to conclude on Christmas Day. There are actually 6 games in our quarterfinals. That's how special this tournament and this show is. This is the 2-Minute Drill, giving away lots of money. Look at these 3 players over here. We have the 2nd seed, the 11th seed, and the 17th seed in this tournament. Of course, 18 players moved on from the first round. A chance in this show at winning $15,000 for sure, and maybe $30,000 by getting the specialty question answered correctly at the end of the show. Right now, though, I want to introduce the distinguished panel. And again, it's Rich Eisen back from ESPN Sports Center and many other fine shows. The pressure's on here. I mean, it's heightened a bit, hasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. When I walked to the stage, Kenny, and I saw these 3 guys, it screamed 2 words: playoff intensity.
Absolutely. Look
right
at
there.
him.
And I plan on raising the level of my play, just so you guys know.
Very well. We got a guy with heavy intensity from the tackle football field. It's Jason Sehorn here. Welcome to the show. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
I think the strangest thing about the Giants show, that game with the lightning and the thunder, I mean, were you scared? You guys are supposed to be all tough and everything, but...
I tell you what, being a walking lightning rod on a football field is not the funnest thing to be.
Absolutely. You got some metal still in you. They were going to remove that?
They're taking that out as we speak.
Thanks for being on the show and being in this playoff atmosphere. From the NBA, Juwan Howard is here. Welcome to the show. I know reading is essential in this program here because we've got to help out our contestants. That's something you're very involved in with your national spokesman for Reading Advocacy Group.
Yes, but it's one thing I had to tell them that, bear with me. They say I can read, but I don't know now. Bear with me a little bit, all right?
You'll be good. From the far end, 7-time Winston Cup champion Dale Earnhardt is with us. Woo-hoo! 3-car! Does that make you feel at home a little bit?
I fed him dinner one night in Daytona. He still owes me.
Absolutely. No, Dale Earnhardt, lovable guy. He's not that intimidating. Don't be scared when he asks you the questions. We're all set to go. Let's start this thing. These are all winners coming up, and the first one is Rich Freeberg from Delaware. Scored 34 points. Now, as you know, watching this show, 49 is the best possible score. He scored 34 out of 49, ranked 11th, and you got your specialty question answered correctly, so you got 10 grand in your pocket already. All set to go to move on here?
I'm ready to go.
Does it feel different coming back this time? I mean, you've seen how it works. You've seen it on TV.
Less hesitation, less nervousness.
All right.
So, I know what to expect at least.
All right. Well, you have no clue about what these categories are. We're going to go over for them right now. On the far end, Rich Eisen with New Jerseys. Not talking about the state or teams in that state necessarily, but new unis, New Jersey. Jason has the NFC East, staying close to home here. Juwan Howard, Michigan Hoops, still follow the team, right? I mean, you're nuts about that club, right?
Number 1, baby.
Go blue.
Number 1, go blue.
And Rich went there as well.
That's right.
And Dale has fast cars. Your car's still relatively fast.
Still fast.
All right. You know the rules.
Right.
Point for every answer. Set to go? Your 2-minute drill begins now.
Rich.
In '95, the Yankees wore a number 7 patch on their sleeves in honor of which player?
Correct.
Rich.
In '91, which major league team changed the color of its uniform from brown and orange to navy and orange?
Padres.
Correct.
Rich.
What are the Cardinals on the St. Louis Cardinals home jersey perched on?
A bat.
Correct.
Rich.
Which National League team wore red ribbons on their uniforms in the first major league game dedicated to raising money for AIDS research?
Pass. Jason.
Giants.
Which NFC East team is located the farthest west?
Dallas.
Cardinals.
Juwan.
What was the popular nickname given to the 300-pound Wolverine Robert Traylor?
The trailer.
You said truck first, wrong.
Rich.
What American League team was the first to put players' names on the backs of their jerseys?
Yankees.
White Sox. Rich is done.
Jason.
Because of a wartime shortage of players in 1943, the Philadelphia Eagles combined with what other team to form the Steagles?
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Correct.
Jason.
Who was head coach of the New York Giants when Jason Sehorn, was drafted in 1994?
Parcells.
Reeves.
Juwan.
Which 6'8" forward left Michigan in 1989 as the Big Ten career scoring leader?
Pass.
Glenn
Dale.
Rice.
What auto race did Rick Mears win for the 4th time in May of
Indy 500.
1994?
Correct.
Which racing legend holds the all-time record in NASCAR wins?
You.
Richard Petty.
Jason.
Which legend head coached the Washington Redskins for only one season in 1969?
Vince Lombardi.
Juwan.
Wolverine coach Bill Frieda left Michigan in 1989.
Arizona State.
Correct.
Juwan.
Which big man out of Michigan won the NBA Six-Man Award as Dallas Maverick in 1988?
Pass, Dale.
Tarpley.
Which 1980 film starred Burt Reynolds as a NASCAR champion?
Smokey and the Bandit.
Stroker Race.
Jason.
In 1962, which New York Giants quarterback threw for 7 touchdowns in a single game?
Tittle.
Correct. He's done.
Juwan.
Which Michigan legend was the first overall selection of the Knicks in 1960?
Russell.
Correct. Got it out. That was 1966 NBA draft. 8 points for you. You're into the lead. You got your heavy equipment mixed up there. I heard you say truck, tractor, trailer earlier. All right, you got the lead with 8. Remember, only 2 players carry on into the second round. Find out which 2 those will be when we come back on the 2-minute drill.
Time now for tonight's Saturn 2-minute drill trivia question. Here's the answer to tonight's Saturn 2-minute drill trivia question. ESPN's 2-minute drill is brought to you by Saturn, now with 2 distinctively different car lines, the L Series and the S Series. And by Original Coors. When you're an original, you do it your own way. Original Coors.
Welcome back to the 2-minute drill. Here we are in the quarterfinals. Rich sitting over there with 8 points on the lead, but please welcome in the chair Randy Page from Maryland. Welcome him, please. Darn it. I thought they loved you after that first show. Actually, the very first show you were on it, and we actually thought there was something wrong with you. You got 41 out of 49 points, but it turns out someone else tied you for the world record. You were actually seated second, though, because you had more misses and passes. However, second seating, not a bad place to be. You have $5,000 in your pocket. You feeling good about this show?
Feeling good.
Okay. You have the same attitude, just
yeah.
staying loose. All right, let's go over the categories and keep this thing moving. Rich Eisen with Winning Twins. What's that about?
Not Playboy bunnies.
Okay. Jason Sehorn in the secondary. Corner's the toughest position in football, right?
By far and away.
Juwan with 1996 NBA All-Stars, and Dale has Born in Carolina. There we were. You know what's going on?
Yep.
Your 2-minute drill begins now.
Rich.
Which hefty Twins first baseman recorded the
Ken
final
Herbeck.
out?
Correct.
Rich.
In the 91 World Series, which popular Twins outfielder won Game 6 with an 11th
Kirby
inning home
Puckett.
run?
Rich.
Which bearded Twins closer pitched a perfect ninth in Game 7 of the 87 World Series?
Jeffrey Urden.
Correct.
Rich.
In the 87 World Series, which southpaw pitcher started Games 1, 4, and 7 for the Twins?
Frank Viola.
Correct.
Rich.
Which Twins leadoff man scored the game-winning run in Game 7 of the 91 World Series?
Pass.
Dan
Jason.
Gladden.
Ronnie Lott was elected to Pro Bowls at 3 different positions: cornerback, free safety, and what other kind of safety?
Strong safety.
Correct.
Jason.
In 1993, which electrifying cornerback grabbed a career-high 7 interceptions for the Atlanta Falcons?
Ray Buchanan.
Sanders.
Dale Earnhardt.
In July 2000, which native Carolina declined the head coaching job at UNC to remain at Kansas?
Roy Williams.
Correct.
Dale.
Which Carolina-born shooting guard left UNC after 2 years to join the Philadelphia 76ers in 1995?
Pass.
Stackhouse.
Juwan Howard.
Which forward was the only Detroit Piston to play in the 1996 NBA All-Star Game?
Joey Stackhouse.
Grant Hill.
Jason.
In 1952, which Hall of Fame LA Rams defensive back set a record with 14 interceptions in a single season?
Night Train Lane.
Correct.
Jason.
Which Steel Curtain defensive back led the NFL in interceptions in 1975?
Mel Blount.
Correct.
Jason.
Which former Southern University walk-on is a 6-time Pro Bowl defensive back for the Arizona Cardinals?
Pass.
Aeneas Williams.
Dale.
Which North Carolina native caught 506 passes for San Francisco 49ers in 1979 to 1987?
Dwight Clark.
Correct.
Dale.
Which Texas Ranger manager was born in Sylva, North Carolina in 1946?
Johnny Oates.
Correct.
Dale.
In 1967, which native of Charlotte, North Carolina was the first African American to win a PGA Tour tournament?
Calvin Pete.
Sifford.
Juwan Howard.
Which San Antonio Spurs sharpshooter besides David Robinson played in the 1996 NBA All-Star Game?
Benito Negro.
Sean Elliott. Continue.
Juwan.
Which 1996 Eastern Conference All-Star big man became a Seattle Sonic in 1997?
That was Vin Baker. You couldn't get it out. That was Charlie Sifford, the one I didn't get the full name on earlier. You're into the second round, though. 10 points. Not quite what you did the first time on. But you're definitely moving on in this show, at least. And let's see who's going to join you. Come on up. Kirbie Predmore, all the way from Seattle, Washington. Kirbie, seated 17th in the tournament. You've seen what these guys have done. They were seated much higher than you coming in, but scores that certainly you can attain here. You feeling comfortable?
They look a lot tougher.
All right, let's find out if they are for you, and you still have your 10 grand for getting that Seattle Mariners question done correctly in the specialty, and that stays your specialty, right?
Yep.
Okay. Here we go. Rich Eisen with Jolton Joe. Talking about Joe D. Jason has California boys, and he's talking about California boys involved in tackle football, right?
That would be?
Juwan has clutch plays, and Dale has what's the Dale? Like, what's the deal? What's the Dale? Which Dale? All right? What a play on words that was. Ready? Your 2-minute drill begins now.
Jason.
Which Stanford quarterback was the top pick in the 1983 NFL Draft?
Elway. Jason.
Which former Raiders running back had his NFL record of 123 career rushing touchdowns eclipsed by Emmitt Smith?
Allen.
Correct.
Jason.
In 1980, which California NFL team had 3 1,000-yard receivers?
Chargers.
Correct.
Jason.
What school did UCLA upset in their season opening game in 2000?
Alabama.
Correct.
Jason.
In 1951, which LA Rams quarterback set an NFL record by throwing for 554 yards in a single game?
Gabriel.
Ben Brocklin, he's done.
Rich.
Joe DiMaggio is best known for playing what outfield position?
Center field.
Correct.
Rich.
Who did Joe D marry on January 14th?
Monroe.
Correct.
Rich.
What automatic drip appliance maker hired
Mr.
Joe
Coffee.
Correct.
Rich.
What condiment company would have paid Joe D $10,000 had he hit in 57 consecutive games?
Hines.
Correct.
Rich.
What uniform number did Joe DiMaggio wear for the Yankees?
4.
5.
Juwan.
What team did the Knicks defeat in round 1 of the '99 playoffs on the last-second shot by Allen Houston?
Pass. Dale.
Which former Indiana player named Dale was the first? Was it
Davis.
first time?
Correct.
Dale.
Which Dale won the first ever Winston Cup race in 1979 Eastern 500?
Earnhardt.
Correct.
Dale.
Which three-point shooting great named Dale participated in his?
Ellis.
Correct.
Dale.
Which Kansas City Chief defensive back
Carter.
named?
Correct.
Dale.
Let him finish.
Which other Dale won the 1999 Winston Cup championship?
Jarrett.
Correct.
Juwan.
What team lost to the Celtics on Larry Bird's amazing steal in Game 5 of the 1987 Eastern Conference Finals?
Detroit.
Correct.
Juwan.
What 5 seconds remained in Game 6 who hit the go-ahead jumper that clinched the Bulls' 1997 NBA title?
Patterson.
Kirby. Keep going.
In
Juwan.
Game 5 of the 1976 NBA Finals, which Phoenix Suns forward hit a buzzer beater to force a third overtime?
Davis.
Hurd. Keep going.
In the 1990 NCAA men's basketball tournament, what team beat Clemson on a controversial last-second shot?
Valparaiso.
Now it's UConn Huskies. We're out of questions, and you're now out of time. Great round. You're into the next round. 14 points, and you're the one of the 3 players who knows a lot about cars. You got all of Dale's correct over there, so we give you a bonus point that puts you to 15. You're the leader as we carry on. Unfortunately, we got to say goodbye to Rich, but no one's going to take your 10 grand away from you. You have that in perpetuity throughout the universe, so congratulations on that.
Thank you.
All right, we're coming right back with the second round. Randy Page and Kirbie Predmore are going to find out which one's winning at least $15,000 in this edition of the 2-Minute Drill. Stay around.
Time now for tonight's Best Buy 2-Minute Drill Trivia Question. Best Buy 2-Minute Drill Trivia Question.
We're back on the 2-Minute Drill. Like all great tournaments, there are upsets. Already the 17th seed Kirbie Predmore has taken out the 11th, Rich Freeberg. Now he's trying to take out the 2 seed Randy Page. And you're in the chair first. International rules prevail here. The player in second place goes first in the second round, right? You don't know what it's like to play from a deficit so far in this tournament.
Well, hopefully I can come from behind.
All right. I'm nervous for you, but you're down 5. I'm nervous in a good way. I still have a lot of faith in you. In this 2-minute drill, all 5 of us asking questions, right? Remember how it works? Still 1 point each. Set to play?
Let's go.
Your 2-minute drill begins now.
Which son of NASCAR legend Richard Petty won the pole position?
Kyle Petty.
Correct.
Which pitcher born without a right hand tossed
Jim
a
Abbott.
no-hitter?
Correct.
Which NBA player was briefly married to actress Carmen Electra?
Dennis Rodman.
Correct.
In 1982, what Eagles head coach cited burnout as his
Dick
reason?
Vermeil.
Correct. What hole are golfers said to be playing while sitting in the clubhouse bar?
19.
Correct.
What country has won the most tennis Davis Cups?
USA.
Correct.
Which former Oilers and Vikings quarterback made 8 consecutive Pro Bowl appearances?
Warren Moon.
Correct.
Which current National Leaguer is the only lefty to win the Cy Young Award in both leagues?
Randy Johnson.
Correct. In what sport does the word Yokozuna describe a grand?
Sumo wrestling.
Correct.
In the 80s, Houston Rockets duo known as the Twin Towers was Hakeem Olajuwon.
Ralph Sampson.
Correct.
Which former Notre Dame standout left after his junior year to play for the Toronto Argonauts in the CFL?
Doug Flutie.
No, Ismail.
Which former U.S. amateur golf champion was known as the Walrus?
Craig Sadler.
Correct. Juwan.
Which Miami Heat small forward rushed rehabilitation on a broken thumb to return to the 1998
Tim Hardaway.
playoffs?
Mashburn Rich.
Which Oriole won the American League Triple Crown in 1966?
Frank Robinson.
Correct. Which former Wimbledon winner founded a sportswear company which later featured a crocodile logo?
Izod.
Lacoste.
What Cleveland Browns Hall of Fame tight end caught a pass in 150 consecutive games?
Ozzie Newsome.
Correct. In 1992-93, their second season in the league, what California team set the NHL record for most losses?
San Jose Sharks.
Correct. What sweet alcoholic drink is traditionally served at the Kentucky Derby?
Mint juleps.
Correct.
Which former A's ace was arrested for lewd conduct with a male transvestite prostitute in 1985?
Raleigh Fingers.
Dave Stewart.
Which
one?
Which former Chicago Bulls guard was the first player selected in the 1995 expansion draft going to the Raptors?
B.J. Armstrong.
Correct. Of the Winston Cup points races, which is the richest in prize money?
Daytona 500.
Correct.
Bill Freehan represented what American League team?
Detroit Tigers.
Correct. Which longtime Ranger goalie was traded away the year before they finally won the Stanley Cup in 1994?
John Van Beesbrook.
Correct.
What is the name of the Indiana WNBA franchise?
Fever.
Correct. Fever, right at the buzzer. Judges, you agree with that? Yes, the judges agree there, but we've got to calm down right now because we're going to have to strip a point away from you. It's like a NASCAR rule that Dale's involved with here. You're going to go 31 back to 30. You had answered Hardaway on the question where the answer was Mashburn. You were incorrect, and you're cheating for even taking credit for that point, not stopping the round to give it back, and that's wrong. But still, a very good round. You go from 10 all the way up to 30 points. Let's find out if that sticks right now as we bring up Kirbie. Come on up here, Kirbie. You're down now by 15 after quite a round there by Randy Page, who a lot of people thought would be unbeatable. So you've already risen up. You had the lead from him. You're down 15. You know how it works. Hopefully there'll be no scoring issues here, and we can just carry on with our lives, okay?
Let's do it.
Set to go. Everybody up here is set to play. Your 2-minute drill begins now.
Which ACC legend had an arena named after him while he was still an active
Dean
coach?
Smith.
Correct.
What was the first team from outside the U.S. to win the World Series?
Toronto.
Correct.
Which Colts quarterback started for the AFC in the 2000 Pro Bowl?
Manning.
Correct.
Which 5-time U.S. Open singles champ was nicknamed Fraulein Forehand?
Navratilova.
Graf. What hockey franchise has won the Stanley Cup the most times?
Canadiens.
Correct.
In 1996, which European Lakers center was sent to the Hornets for the rights to Kobe Bryant?
Divac.
Correct.
Which former Oriole was suspended for spitting on umpire John
Alomar.
Hirschbeck?
Correct. Which former Saints kicker was born with only half
Dempsey.
Correct.
By what nickname is longtime Packers head coach Earl Lambeau better known?
Curly.
Correct.
Championship auto racing teams is often shortened to what acronym?
CAR.
You're close.
NASCAR.
Cart. Which Groundhog Day star is a regular at the AT&T?
Murray.
Correct.
Former Red Wings center Igor Larionov won the Olympic gold medals while playing for what country?
Russia.
Correct.
Which Denver Nuggets forward got his nickname from a cartoon sailor?
Jones.
Correct.
Who did the Raiders select in the first round of the 2000 NFL Draft?
Janikowski.
Correct.
Name the only father and son both to be named MVP of Major League Baseball's All-Star Game.
Pass.
Griffey's.
Which Washington Senators pitcher holds the record for
Spawn.
most?
Johnson. In what sport did Rowdy Gaines win Olympic gold?
Swimming.
Correct.
What NFL team made defensive end Leroy Selmon the first overall pick?
Tampa Bay.
Correct.
Which Portland Trail Blazers has a Mickey Mouse tattooed on one arm and his own name tattooed
Stoudemire.
on the other?
Correct.
Which South African pro golfer leading?
Bells.
No, player. Rich.
Which Brooklyn Dodger won the first ever Cy Young Award in 1956?
Newcomb.
Correct.
Which Augusta native captured the 1987 Masters in a miraculous
Mize.
playoff?
Correct. What country lost the 1998 World Cup soccer final?
Brazil.
Correct.
Which NBA player suffered a near-fatal seizure in December 1999 after taking an unapproved dietary supplement?
Gugliotta on that one, but a great round by you. You come back to win. You are the champion of this show in a major upset, the 17th seed. So you were the worst scoring winner in the first round, yet you come back. I mean, I did kind of put that in an ill-conceived way.
There's no pictures on the scorecard.
You're the greatest player of the moment is what you are. That's what I meant to say. And I've got to say to Randy, the 41 off the top impressed a lot of people. And only 18 men in the history of the world can say they went this far. You're one of those. No one's taking away your $5,000. Enjoy that. Let's find out if we can give away more money, though. Kirbie, you've won 15 grand. I'm going to try to turn that into $30,000. And your specialty, those 1995 Seattle Mariners. We'll do that right after the break on the 2-minute drill.
Time now for tonight's original course 2-minute drill trivia question. Here's the answer to tonight's original course 2-minute drill trivia question. ESPN's 2-minute drill is brought to you by Original Coors. When you're an original, you do it your own way. Original Coors. And by GMC. From professional-grade people come professional-grade trucks.
We are back on the 2-minute drill, back with Kirbie Predmore, seated 17th, but you knocked off a couple Giants. You must be quite proud of yourself.
Feeling pretty good.
All right. Now, in your bio, the former note said that you're married with a son and you drink a lot. You took the drink a lot out, so you've kind of reformed since we saw you back on show 7.
I'm an example for kids now, so.
You and Juwan can get together here on that deal. All right. Your specialty previously was the Mariners. You're stuck with that. Got to tell you, too, you're going to win a great ESPN experience. You're joining ESPN at Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals, so enjoy that hockey, a year-round sport. That'll be played in June or July, I believe. All right. Want to get to your question?
Let's do it.
You've won $25,000 total, 10 from the last show, 15 from this show. You're going to try to turn that 15 into 30 for a total of 40. For $30,000 in this show. The 1995 Seattle Mariners almost did not make it to the postseason. They lost 2 straight games at the last weekend of the regular season, dropping into a tie with the California Angels and forcing a 1-game playoff for the AL West title. In the playoff game, the Mariners won convincingly 9-1. For $30,000, name the team the Mariners lost to twice at the end of the regular season. Name the Angels' starting pitcher in the playoff game, and name every pitcher the Mariners used against the Angels in that game.
The team they lost the final 2 regular season games to were the Texas Rangers.
That's right.
The Angels' starting pitcher was Mark Langston.
That's right, a former Mariner.
And the Mariners used exactly 1 pitcher, Randy Johnson.
You are correct. $28,000 to give you $40,000. You know a lot about sports. We're going to see you in the semifinals. We're going for even larger dough. Thanks to the panel for being involved here, the extra pressure of the playoffs. Congratulations to you. You got 40 grand, a couple of ESPN experiences. We'll see you in the semifinals real soon on the 2-minute drill.
Two-Minute Drill has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.